Yo, what's going on, everybody? Los here, coming back at you with another video. This is the first video of the new year. And with this, I wanted to go back and go over some of my favorite pickups from 2024. So, if you want to know what those are, you know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me. Alright, so we're back, and like I said, these are some of my favorite pickups that I was able to get in 2024. And they're in no particular order other than I kind of grouped them into where I got them from. So if they were eBay, Mercari, local shop, things like that, a con that I went to. So I try to break it down into that format. But they're in no particular order of my favorite to least and stuff like that. So with that being said, let's get into the books that I was able to pick up. And let's open up the Comic Cam. And the first book is this guy right here. And this is X-Men number 205. And this is the J. Scott Campbell variant. This is the first appearance of Hope Summer as a baby, I believe. Her first appearance as an adult, I think, is like in Cable 21 or something like that. But I have the A cover of this. I always wanted the J. Scott Campbell cover. I believe there is another one, maybe like a second print, and I think it has Storm on the cover. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that one as well, because I think I might be Frank Cho or something like that. I'm not sure of the artist, but I want that one as well. But always wanted this one, and finally found it at a good price and at a high grade, because sometimes there's some damage to the spine over here, and you can usually see the ticks because it's red. So definitely happy to have this in the PC. I waited for the prices to come down, sent an offer on eBay, and scooped it up. So forgot to mention that these next books that I'm going to show are all from eBay. These are my eBay pickups. So that's one. Let's put that right. Sorry about that. It wasn't very organized. Next book up, this guy right here. And that is Patsy Walker Hellcat number 11. And this is just an awesome, I believe it's Todd Nook. Hopefully I'm not butchering his last name. But this was just an awesome Ghost Rider cover. I like, Ms. Marvel there, Kamala Khan. And it's a funny cover. I always wanted it. And got it at a pretty good deal. Again, sent an offer to the person who was selling it on eBay. I think they had it for a certain price. It didn't sell. And then I went back and kind of offered them an offer, and they accepted it. So definitely happy to have this one in the PC. All right, next is this guy right here. And this is one that I've been waiting for a long time too. This is X-Force number 23. And this is a Clayton Crane variant. And this is like the homage to Underworld. And always a book that I've always been on the lookout for. Prices were very high on this. And they're always pretty high because it's, fairly hard to get in high grade. And it's just an awesome looking cover. Found it on eBay. I believe it was one of the lower prices ones that I found. It's not a 9.8. There are some like little color breaking ticks on the spine there, but I didn't pay 9.8 prices, and I sent them an offer too. Got it even lower than that, and definitely happy to have this in the PC. Just an awesome cover. Maybe one day I get this signed by Clayton Crane, because I think it'd just be a cool cover to get signed. I'm not sure if I'll do a remark on it, but that might be cool too, because there's plenty of space around like the moon or something like that. So thought that was awesome. And all these books that I'm showing, these are books for the actual PC, not books that I found to resell. So, or maybe one might be for resale, and you'll see why. Next is this guy right here, and that is Aquaman number 26. And this is just an awesome Joshua Middleton variant cover with a dolphin on the cover. I believe that's Dolphin. But just an awesome cover. Another book that I've always wanted, looking for. I remember Jimmy, Geek Aficionado, showed this, and always wanted this book. You try to see if you can find it in back issue bins, because you never know what people might forget or might not know that it's a key, or not a key, but a wanted variant cover. And somebody had this on eBay as a lot. So it was like 4 books, I think. And, sometimes you can get the book that you want cheaper if you buy it in a bundle pack instead of just buying it on its own. So with the 4 books on its own, it ended up being cheaper than if I just bought this on its own. So I was happy to snag this one up. Next, another book that I was looking for, waiting for the prices to come down, and that is Marvel Superhero Special Edition. This is the Winter Edition 1991, and the significance of this is it is the first appearance of Squirrel Girl. So she's not on the cover, but she's in one of the stories in the inside. A book that I've always looked for. Definitely didn't pay $200 for it. If you can see the price tag up there, that's not the price I paid. I think I ended up paying like $25 for this thing or something like that. I thought it was a steal. I've been looking for a nice high-grade copy of this book for a while, and I'm happy to snag this one and not pay the ridiculous prices. So again, when you're looking for key issues or anything like that, always just wait. The prices kind of go up and down. There's ebbs and flows, so always buy on the dip if you can. All right, next is another awesome cover here. And that is New Avengers number 20. This is the Venomized variant. Can't believe I don't remember who did the cover, but I will put it up there. But this is just an awesome Venomized cover. This is before they started doing way more Venomized covers now, and they do like the Carnage Eyes and all that stuff now. These were the ones that actually like worth something because they were like 1 in 10s and stuff like that. Whereas like the other ones now are just like the B variant or something like that, something you can like pre-order. And these were like the 1 in 10 ratio variants. So I love scooping these up whenever I can, get them on a good deal. I think I got this one even cheaper than that sticker price says $32.99. I think I got it even cheaper than that. Sent the guy an offer and or sent the person an offer and they accepted. Definitely happy to have this one in the PC. Just a cool ass Venom cover or Venomized cover. All right, next is a book that got really hot, but I picked this up way before that. And that is Exiles number 3. And this is the first cover appearance, if you want, with Peggy Carter as Captain America. I know I'm not sure if they classify her as Captain America in the What If shows or even in the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I'm not sure if they classify her as Captain America. But this is her first cover. I know there is the Captain Carter number 1, like the 1 in 25 animated variant that has her from the What If series. But this one also commands a pretty good price. It's a little harder to find in high grade as well, just because there is some darks on it, and the back cover is black as well. So you want to take a look at that. But definitely, I think I scooped this up from $20 or something like that. So before it started shooting back up to at one point it was in that $75 range, and then it kind of dipped back down, which is when I bought it, and now it's kind of spiking up again. I don't know if because of the What If season 3 or possible movie rumors or TV shows, something like that. So definitely happy to have this one before the spike again. Next is this guy right here. That is A-Force number 2, and this is another I want to say it's Suzy Umi. Again, I will put it there because I might be butchering her name, but that is just an awesome cover. This is a Comicsology variant, and that was just a cool Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, because I know she Kamala Khan, that's her favorite hero is Captain Marvel. So for her to be idolizing her, and then to see that she's reading her comic and stuff like that on the rooftop, I thought it was pretty cool. I love the line work of the drape and stuff around there, so I thought it was pretty cool. But this was an awesome cover. Another book that the prices have really come down on it. I know when they first came out, it was almost like a triple-digit book, but the prices have definitely dropped on it, and that's when you scoop it up. Next, another book. Always wanted this one, and that is this guy right here, Guardians of the Galaxy number 4, the J. Scott Campbell variant, with Gamora on the cover. Just amazing cover. J. Scott Campbell is one of my favorite artists, and this book has been on my radar for a long time. The prices are always high on this book, and I found this one from a seller in the UK, and they had a best offer. I submitted a best offer. They kind of countered, but it was still a lot lower than what I can get for the issues here. So definitely happy to have this one. I believe it has like just a little bit of like crunch over here, but it's not no color breaks or anything like that. So it's something that could be pressed out. So I'm hoping to press this out and possibly maybe get this signed by J. Scott Campbell and hopefully come high grade. Next, another one of my favorite artists, and that is Frank Cho. So this is Nova number 13. This is, I believe, a 1 in 50 ratio variant. And, this is an homage to The Graduate. And, I think it's just a funny cover with, Beta Ray Bill and Sam Alexander Nova. Obviously there's a woman getting dressed there. And, he's kind of covering his eyes. I believe there's also a Deadpool, maybe the Merc with the Mouth series. There's also one there kind of homaging the same thing. But, yeah, I thought it was just cool. It's one that you really don't see very often. And I like Frank Cho, so I thought this was awesome. I think I scooped this up for a pretty good deal as well. So, happy to have that one. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Black Panther number 5, and this is actually a J. Scott Campbell cover. This is just the A cover, and this is when Shuri becomes Black Panther. So I know issue number 1, there's some variant covers with her on the cover, and she's dressed as the Black Panther, but she actually doesn't appear as the Black Panther until this issue. So, thought it was pretty cool. Again, just an awesome J. Scott Campbell cover. And I scooped this up way after the hype, obviously. With the movie gone and stuff like that, the book, came crashing down. And I think I got this one for less than $25 or something like that. So, for a key issue, first appearance, for a character that is going to be in the MCU for a little while, I thought it was pretty cool. So definitely happy to snag this one up. And next was one of the ones that I got towards the end of the year. And it's this guy right here. And this is actually a magazine. This is Heavy Metal 288. And this is actually, this is a Frank Frazetta cover. And this book, it's not in the greatest condition, but I didn't pay too much for it. There are some, cracking over here and stuff. It's just a hard book to find in high grade. And this is actually the first published work of Peach Momoko. So she's actually one of the artists right up here. There's a few stories in here, and she worked on one of the stories. So I believe there's 3 covers for this as well. There's one like red cover with like a shark on it, and then I believe there's like another one with some kind of like creature holding a lady. Maybe I might try to snag one of those 2 as well. But Frank Frazetta, you gotta, love his artwork. And so I thought this was pretty cool. And I believe this is the cover A. And just an awesome cover. And I think I like to try to pick up artists' first appearances or their first like works, their published works and stuff like that. I think that's always pretty cool. And something that doesn't command enough money or praise on the market. Say, hey, this is this person's first work. So I like to scoop those up when I can, especially before the artist becomes like super big, and then of course it blows up in price. But thought that was pretty cool to have. Next are a couple of slabs here, and this is Amazing Spider-Man number 640. This is a CBCS 9.4. And this is a Joe Quesada variant cover. So he did a couple black and whites. So for this, I know this is a run, the One Moment in Time, a run that a lot of people do not like. They don't like this story. It wasn't that great. But I love these covers. I love Joe Quesada. and I believe these were like 1 in 100s. I have 3 out of the 4, so I'm missing one more. And I think it's like 639 or something like that. And I'm on the lookout for that one as well. I'm not trying to overpay for it, but I just wanted to get the whole set of the black and white sketch variants. And I believe this one, I got this really, really cheap. And it's one of those things where it could probably be cracked and pressed and cleaned, because I don't see any damage to any kind of color breaks. There's only like some spine ticks and stuff, which can be pressed out. And who knows, if I can get this to a 9.8, that'd be awesome, because the price I paid for it, not even close to what these are selling for raw. So definitely happy to have this one in the PC, and try to make it into something a little higher. Next, another cover that I was always looking for, and this is All New Wolverine number 20. This is a variant cover with Honey Badger and obviously Laura Kinney X-23, and thought this was just awesome cover. I really didn't want to overpay for it, and I found this 9.8 that was super affordable, super cheap compared to like raw copies. And always wanted this cover. I think I found it one time, and somebody was still asking for $25 for it, and there was like damage all down the spine here, like it basically color rubbed, so like another book was stacked on top of it. When you peel it off, it was, yeah, I was like, no way. But happy to find this one finally and have it in the PC. It's just an awesome cover, so happy to have that one in PC. All right, and the last book from eBay is this one right here, and this is Wolverine and the X-Men number 4. And this is just an awesome Mark Brooks Venomized cover. So like I said before, those Venomized covers, before they became a real big thing, these are the 1 in 10s. I think this was a 1 in 10. Might have been even a 1 in 20 or something like that. But just an awesome Mark Brooks cover. I love Mark Brooks. And when I found this one for a pretty good deal, it's a 9.4. There's some kind of like color rub or something like that in the back, which is not going to be anything higher than a 9.4. But I'm happy. I paid way less than what these are going for raw. And if, we know our grading, a 9.4 is near mint, right? So I know everybody's always shooting for 9.6s and 9.8s and, stuff like that. But, hey, man, a 9.4 is still near mint, right? So happy to have this one in the PC. So I thought it was pretty cool. And so now on to Mercari. Let's do some Mercari books. So first one from Mercari is this one right here. And that is Deadpool, Merc with the Mouth, number 7. And this is the first appearance of Lady Deadpool. So I bought this, I believe before the movie came out. Before the prices started spiking on it. Found it on Mercari for a pretty good deal and actually submitted an offer. They accepted. And I'm like, yeah, buddy. It's a book that I've always been looking for anyway. And I'm probably going to try to find this entire run. I know there's a comic book shop near me that I found, a nice chunk of this run, and I think he had them all for like cover price. They were all like $3.99 or something like that, or what's the cover price? Yeah, so $3.99. So I might just go over there and scoop up most of them. But yeah, happy to have this one in the PC. It has a little bit of, not damage to it, but pressable defects, if you will, which I think I can get out. Next is this guy right here, and that is Action Comics 894, and this is the I don't want to say first appearance of Death in DC continuity. I believe she was in the Atom, like 42 or something like that. But this one, the cover A for this is a David Finch cover, and it's one that kind of gets confused as like the first appearance or something like that, and but it still commands a pretty good price, and it's an awesome cover of Death. But this is the 1 in 10, and I have a copy of this, and when another copy popped up on eBay, on Mercari for super cheap, I saw that, I sent an offer, and they accepted the offer even cheaper. So I'm like, yes. Whenever I could find these, I definitely scoop them up. It's an awesome cover, and I don't care how many of them I got, because you don't really see these that often. So definitely happy to have another copy in the PC. And sorry, I'll forgot to put the artist on top, but I'll put it there. You would have seen it before I even said this. Next is this guy right here. Another book that I always wanted, and I've seen so many people snag this, especially for Halloween and stuff like that. It's a great homage cover. It's like Suspense Stories 22, Crime Suspense Stories 22, or something like that. Again, I'll link it there. But this is Wolverine number 55. This is a Greg Land cover, and I believe this is actually just the cover A. I don't even think this is a variant cover. This is just cover A. And again, just an awesome Wolverine decapitation cover of Sabretooth. Again, this is an homage to that book of Crime Suspense Stories 22, I believe. But yeah, just an awesome cover, a book that I always wanted, and I really didn't feel like paying too high prices. So when this came up on Mercari, and I saw it, and again, I always send offers because you never know. The worst thing that they could say is no. Best thing, they accept. So they accepted my offer, so I got this even cheaper, and happy to have this in the PC and finally be part of that club. Next is this guy right here, and that is Deadpool Max number 5, and this is the first appearance of Lady Taskmaster. I know, she was in the Black Widow movie, not necessarily this depiction of her, but another book that I've always wanted even before the movie and stuff like that. And maybe this character makes an appearance in the Thunderbolts movie. Again, not this version of her, but this is the first appearance of this character. Will they live longer than 30 minutes in the movie? Who knows? But I always thought this was pretty cool, and it was always a book that I wanted, and I think I got this for like less than $10. And like I said, I sent an offer, and I was like, yeah, I'll take that. So happy to have this one in the PC. And last one from Mercari is definitely a book that I always had my eye on, but the prices were just outrageous. Didn't feel like paying for it. Waited. Sent an offer when I seen this. Actually, no, I didn't send an offer. I just accepted. I just bought it because the price was already extremely low, and I didn't really want to miss out on it. And it's this one right here. This is Batgirl number 23, and this is an awesome Joshua Middleton variant. One that I always wanted. The prices were just ridiculous on it. I think there is a like foil variant or some kind of like con variant, and I believe that might have lowered the price on this one, just because there's other things and stuff like that, other variations that people could get their hands on for cheaper. So it made this one a little cheaper, but this popped up and I scooped it up immediately. So definitely happy to have this one in the PC. This is just a gorgeous cover. All right, next are some like some flea market and antique store pickups, if you will. These I usually like to go to a lot of like antique shops and like flea markets and things to buy books and stuff. And found this set, and I think the whole set was like $15, something like that. They had all 3 books, and that is this set right here. It is Bay City Jive 1, 2, and 3, and you're probably thinking like, Bay City Jive, why the hell would you get that? So I got it particularly for this book right here. Sorry for the glare. Let me move it over here. And so this is actually a variant cover of number 1, and this is done by J. Scott Campbell. So any J. Scott Campbell fan will know this book. And when I saw it, I immediately know what it was, and I scooped it up, and I was like, yes, I'm buying this. So for $15 for that book alone is good, but to get just the whole run, yeah, I'm scooping that up immediately. So definitely happy to find this one in the wild. And again, you got to go out there and you got to go digging, right? Because you never know what you're gonna find. Next, I got this at a where was this at? That set that I just showed you, the Bay City Jive, was actually at Jeffrey's Antique Co-op Mall. So you're in the neighborhood, and I'm gonna try to link all the places that I found these books at, any of the shops or anything like that. It's gonna be down below. So definitely take a look if you're in the area, if you're New England area. Next is this guy right here, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures number 1. And this is actually the first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady. And as you can see right there, it's also a newsstand. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I found this at Sturbridge Flea Market. And just happened to find it in a case down at the bottom. Asked them to take it out, looked at it. It looked pretty clean. It had some work to it, but I actually pressed it out and it actually came out really, really nice. It's a nice high grade copy, and I got this for a pretty good price. I know the prices kind of came down a little bit on this, but high grade graded copies, 9.6s and 9.8s, still command a pretty good price. So definitely happy to have this in the PC, and like I said, for a newsstand, yeah. Next, this one I found at Invincible Iron Man 149, and this is a pickup from J&S Collectibles, but their brick and mortar spot in Jeremiah's Antiques store in Connecticut. So happy to find this one. I got this one during their like Black Friday sale. Everything was like half off, so I ended up getting this one for $7.50. Newsstand copy on these really don't matter because this is from like the 80s. This is where newsstands and directs were kind of like almost even on equal footing. I just wanted it because it's an awesome Doom cover. I'm looking for issue number 150 as well. I collect Doom covers whenever I can on the cheap, and this one just happened to be on the cheap, and it's actually a nice high grade copy. So I was definitely happy to scoop this one up. All right, and I believe that's it for the like flea market pickups. These next three are gonna be from Terrificon, actually. So when I was at Terrificon this year, met a bunch of awesome people from the community for the first time, and some people that I've seen before, and it was just awesome time. One of my favorite cons that I've gone to ever, other than C2E2 that I went to, and just was able to meet just so many people from the community, and it was just awesome. But these are some of the awesome books that I was able to pick up. And this guy right here was Daredevil #2. This is from like the Marvel Knights time frame. This was when actually Kevin Smith was actually writing. He was writing Daredevil, and Joe Quesada, Jimmy Palmiotti were doing the art. And this is actually a variant cover of #2, and this is a J. Scott Campbell cover. But this is actually his first work at Marvel, I believe. Maybe I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. This is the first time he's done anything for Marvel. So I thought it was pretty cool. And like I said, for $5, yeah, gonna scoop that up. For any J. Scott Campbell fan, you gotta have that. And like I said, I like picking up artists like first works that they've done on either their first work ever or their first time on a DC, Marvel, whatever. So so that's pretty cool. And speaking of that, I got this guy right here, and that is Terminator: The Burning Earth #1, and this is the first Alex Ross. Believe. Pretty sure it's Alex Ross' first work. So thought it was pretty cool. It had like the green dot on there, so it was like less than the $12. I think I got this for like $8 or something like that. Happy to have it. Nice high grade copy. It's not a newsstand copy, but that's fine. I mean, don't really care. I just thought it was awesome that you get to pick up somebody's first work. Again, these books that people just, I feel like they just are undervalued, right? For artists, especially like prestigious artists like this, and their works are just like, it's like nothing. So I thought that was pretty cool. So happy to have that one in the PC. And last pickup from that show is this guy right here. Another book that I always try to find, looking back issues, can never find them. And that is Deathstroke #16. And this is just an awesome Tyler Kirkham cover. Again, it's not a variant cover. It's just an awesome cover. And always look for this cover, Deathstroke and Red Hood. And can never find it. And when you do find it, it's always, $20, $25, whatever it is, $30. I found this in a $2 box at Terrificon. So for $2, yep, gonna snag this one. So happy to have that one in the PC. All right. And next we're gonna do some like YouTube, Instagram, and then just some like local shops. So this first one is Uncanny Avengers #20. This is a Greg Land variant, and I got this from the How May We Help You YouTube sale that they do. They haven't been around for a little bit. They go on and off just because, it's kind of tough to do these shows and kind of link up with everybody. But got this one from one of the sellers. I believe it was Mighty Mel, and a book that I've always looked for, always wanted it. Just an awesome Greg Land cover, and I think I got this for like, I don't know, $20, something like that. I shot Mel an offer, outside of the show, and he's like, yep. Yeah. And so scooped this one up. So happy to have this one in the PC. All right, next is a bigger book for me, and I got this from Chris's Comics in New Hampshire. They usually do like Saturday sales on YouTube, and they'll post a bunch of pictures of books. You can just kind of say yes, I want this or whatever, and they'll ship it anywhere. So I thought it was pretty cool, and this book popped up, and I thought it was for a pretty good price, even though it has some some wear and tear to it, some love. But that is Incredible Hulk 180. There's definitely some spine wear here, and there's some dings and nicks and stuff like that. But I think it could press out pretty good. It's obviously it's not going to be 9.8 or whatever, none of that stuff. But it can grade as like a nice high-low grade, if you will. 3.5, something like that. But I think it'll press out nicely. It'll look nice. Obviously we know this is the first appearance of Wendigo. No, I'm just playing. First appearance of Wolverine, whether cameo, first appearance, whatever. He's on the last page. He interacts with the characters. He's in it. It is the first time we see him in comics. Obviously, the whole debate with him, first appearance, not first appearance, 181, first appearance, whatever. Obviously, 180, he's on the cover. He's in the full story. You kind of get his background. But if you want to be technical, this is his first appearance. It's the first time you actually see him in comics. He's in the story. Regardless of how long you see him for, that's fine. I think the whole cameo thing is what throws people off. It should say first appearance, first full appearance, or first cover, first full, and then you could just say first, something like that. I don't know. But either way, happy to have this in the PC. I think I got it for a pretty good price. Is it the greatest? No. There's a little chip in the back taken off as well. But I think it's pretty good. And the price of this book keeps going up anyway, especially with the whole debate of the 180, 181 thing. More people are trying to lean towards this one because it is the cheaper book. So I think that's kind of raising the prices as well, because people are starting to snatch up the higher grades that are cheaper. So now it's raising the tide of all books. Next is just a book that I picked up at a Newbury Comics. Just happened to be going around doing some shopping and some, kind of doing a little loop and going to different shops. And on the way home, I was like, yeah, what? I know there's a Newbury Comics around here. I'll stop at this Newbury Comics. And it just happened to be New Comic Book Wednesday. And lo and behold, they had this guy right here. And you will say, oh, what's that, right? That's just a Something That's Killing Children book. Well, this is Something That's Killing Children number 0. But this is actually the 1 in 500 ratio variant. And I didn't know what it was. I knew some of the covers. I knew there was a Jenny Frison cover and stuff like that. And I was looking at this one. I'm like, wow, I can't see it anywhere. So I looked it up. I was trying to look it up on eBay and a couple other places and couldn't find it. And it popped up as a 1 in 500. And I was like, wait, why is this 1 in 500 just sitting on the shelf? So I got this for cover price. Because I didn't know what it was. I was just like, oh, it's just a dope cover. I'll buy it. It's cover price. Found out there was 1 in 500. And it's not the foil, because there's a foil variant. This is not a foil. This is the 1 in 500 ratio variant. I got for $4.99. Yeah. So this was probably the score of the year for me, because that was just awesome. So happy to have that one. But who knows how long that's going to stay in the PC, because that might be one of the ones that I let go of. I do love Something's Killing Children. I do have the Jenny Frison variant. I'm okay with that. But, if I can move this one to get something else, it might happen. So next, we have this guy right here. Another book that I've been looking for a while. This is Alias number 1. This is the first appearance of Jessica Jones. Thought it was a cool character. And always wanted this first appearance, but the prices were a little high. And I happened to just, again, going around to some different shops that I haven't been to, and I found this one at Comicazi. I think it's in like Somerville or something like that, and Massachusetts. And they had it in one of their bins. I think it was like $40, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, it was a nice high grade copy. It's hard to get this in high grade because of all the blacks, and it's clean. There's a couple of little spine ticks that could be pressed out, but nothing color breaking. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that for $40. You know, anywhere for high grade of this is going to be 50 plus, and then you have to get it shipped and all that stuff. So I was definitely happy to scoop this one up for $40. And like I said, I think she's just a cool character that's underused. Next, I got these books from my local shop, That's Entertainment, here in Worcester. And first one up is this guy right here. Yeah. So this was Batman Adventures number 12. First appearance in continuity, or in comics or first appearance of Harley Quinn. Not in comics. This is in her like animated form, if you will, but her first appearance. It's not, if this gets like an 8.5 or something like that, I'll be happy. I did not pay a lot for this. I got this during one of their sales. I believe it was like one of the 4th of July sales, so like everything's like 20% off. So they had it marked pretty good price, and with the 20% off, it was even better. So definitely, I couldn't leave there without this book. So happy to have this one. I have a copy of this. I believe I have like a 9.0 copy, which was never pressed and cleaned, so that might get sent in as well. But this is a good candidate to send in, and if it comes back nice grade, it might be on the move. And another book that I picked up from That's Entertainment is this one right here, and I got this one during their Black Friday sale. Again, another 20% off on any of their bigger books, $300 and under. And this is Edge of Spider-Verse number 2. This is the second print variant, so you can see it right down there. Second print with the blue barcode, the blue border in the bottom. And this is the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. A character that has become extremely popular with the movies and everything. And I had a first print before, and I sold it, and kind of sucked. Always wanted a copy back. I got this one at a fairly good price, and if this can help me get a first print, I can do that because I got this for a pretty good price. And if I can clean it, press it, get a decent grade on it, sell this to help me get a first print, even better, right? So happy to snag that one. And let me see a couple of these other books here. It's funny. Speaking of like IG sales, I missed one. So let me go back and show this real quick. And so out of the like IG and YouTube sales, this was an IG pickup. And another book that I've always wanted, I've been trying to look for this, extremely pricey. This is X-23 number 2. This is the Mike Mayhew like vampire variant. He was doing a bunch of like vampire variant covers, and I have a lot of them. And this was one of the most expensive ones. And raw copies of this were going for crazy prices. It's hard to get in high grade because of all the black. And there was a seller on IG. It's T's Toys. Again, I'll put everybody's description down below of where I got these from. And he had it for a great price. I reached out to him, was like, hey, can you do, and I even sent him an offer, and he accepted the offer. So definitely happy. It was shipped extremely fast, well packaged. So definitely recommend him as a seller. But yeah, this was just an awesome pickup, and I'm happy to have this one in the PC. Okay, so these are the last 3 books, and I got these from Brickhouse Comics. They usually they're in Connecticut, and drove out there. They usually have like some sales on like Saturdays where like slabs are half off, and their back issue bins are half off and stuff like that. So they have crazy books, crazy sales, and their prices are already good, and then with the half off, it's even better. And if you bundle everything together, sometimes they knock even more off. So it's awesome. These are just 3 of the books that I picked up, but I picked up a whole stack. And I think I have a video showing those. But the first one up we have is this one right here, and that is All New Ghost Rider number 1. And this is the first appearance of Robbie Reyes, a character that could potentially show up in some shows or anything like that. But I got this mainly because It is a person of color. I've always, tried to get persons of color in comics. As a person of color myself, I try to pick up as many as I can, and I've always wanted this one. So when I saw this and it's actually $20, yeah, I'm scooping that up, and it's a nice high grade copy. Happening all day. Next, another book that I always wanted, a great artist, and the prices were just crazy, and that is this one right here, Invincible Iron Man #1. And this is awesome Jeff DeCal. I believe this is like a 1-in-100 ratio, 1-in-50 or something like that. This book, during the heights of the movie and all talks of like Riri showing up, this book kind of blew up. Prices have come down a lot. Obviously they had it listed for 100 there. It was 50, and then I think because of the bundle that I had so many books, he even knocked it even lower. So I might have got this for like 40, something like that. And you can't go wrong with Jeff DeCal. So happy to have snagged that one. And the last book is this one right here. That is Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur #1. And this is the first appearance of Moon Girl. Thought this was just an awesome book. It's a nice hip-hop cover. And always wanted this one. Didn't feel like paying too crazy for it. As you can see, that was $50. Got it for 25. Actually, I think I got it for like 20 because he knocked everything down. So definitely happy to have this one. It's nice high grade, no breaks on the black, which obviously you can see it's almost an all black cover. And these are really tough to get in high grade. So whenever you can find it, I'm gonna scoop this up. So that was it. Those were my top pickups of 2025. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know it was a pretty long video. I could have showed even more books, but that was a lot. I think I thank everybody for sticking with me for so long and checking out all the books. And hopefully I can bring you guys some more content in the new year, and maybe something different, not just like unboxings or anything like that, but some other things. And until next time, talk to you guys later. Peace.